Hi, meet Alex. Alex has 100 US dollars and he wants to invest it properly. If he puts his money in a bank, he will receive back $105 in a year at the most. However, if he advertises with MarketBot, he can get up to $135 in a month. Looks like Alex wants to know the secret. Everything is very simple. Merchants pay cashback services a commission on sales. Cashback services share the revenue with those who attract new customers, and MarketBot constantly brings in new leads through massive advertising campaigns. Alex funded the MarketBot advertising budget with $100 and then got his share of the sales commission. Now his income is 35% per month and he gets it each day. Are you interested? Just register with the MarketBot and choose a convenient payment method to top up your advertising balance. We continuously analyze trends in social media and search queries to select trending keywords that are gaining popularity in real time. Products that match trends are selected from a large number of catalogs. The marketing team orders region-specific advertisements through Google Ads, Yandex Direct, Facebook, Instagram, a variety of teaser and banner networks, and other social media platforms. Advertising campaigns and sales begin after a moderation period of up to 48 hours. The ads attract customers, and we receive information about every purchase from the cashback program operator through an API. You get 55% of the cashback amount, and 45% is retained by AI.marketing. We then finance the MarketBot Protect Fund out of our 45% share. It covers the customer payment in case the buyer chooses to return the purchase or requests a refund, and the cashback program operator has canceled the cashback. Funds compensated by the MarketBot Protect Fund are credited to the advertising account for the budget of your advertising campaign rather than the cashback account. Here's an example. As the holiday season approaches, our analysis system determines that phrases like travel deals, cheap tickets, and vacation packages are trending. We select travel website cashback programs such as 1-2 Trip, Booking, Tez Tour, Emirates, and others, and then we launch massive advertising campaigns on the chosen products. After every successful sale, you will see the cashback amount due credited to the sales section in the waiting status. The cashback amount will be available after it has been confirmed that the customer has accepted the purchase. The funds are then credited to the cashback account and available for immediate withdrawal. The yield depends upon many factors, including the cost and effectiveness of advertising, the goods refund count, the rate of purchase confirmation, and other details. During full-scale testing, MarketBot has shown a 25 to 35% monthly yield of the advertising budget amount. Are you tired of seeing commercials everywhere? It's time to earn on ads with MarketBot. MarketBot, the technology of progress.
So that's a quick little scoop. I'm going to go through it in a little bit more detail, but what I love about this program, there's a lot of things I love about this program, but one of the things I really love about this program is how simple it is, both in concept and in what we have to do, as our role in it. It's as passive as it can get. So first, for those of you that didn't follow the video, or just to kind of go through it, it's really pretty simple what this thing does. So it's a bot that kind of works in 3 stages. The first stage is it sends out crawlers all over the internet to determine the hot products and trending words and all of that to determine what people are looking for at that present time. It then finds where in the world that the most people are searching for it, and then places ads with merchants that offer cashback services that pay cash back. They have a relationship with over 20,000 merchants to do these cashback deals. Then they share the profit with you, that 55%. But that 55% is what makes you what they say about 35% a month on your money. But what we've been seeing is a lot more than 35% of your money. I never like to guarantee anything. As they say about anything, past performance doesn't dictate future performance, or past results don't dictate future performance. But it's been achieving much higher results, and not just for me, but for everybody from what I've seen thus far. So it's a really, really simple concept. Also, when you see your money pending, so as soon as the sale comes in and you see your money pending, although it takes a little bit till the merchant pays, and then it comes, and then it comes over to you. But once it's pending, it's guaranteed, because as they mentioned in the video, a portion of the fund that goes to the company goes to this MarketBot Protect Fund. So if anybody ever returns or cancels an order, they use the MarketBot Protect Fund to cover the money that you were owed. So once it's pending, it's guaranteed to you. And that's really that simple. What else do I love about it? It has nothing to do with trading. So as much as I love some of these trading platforms we're in, it doesn't in any way deal or is affected by the volatility or potential volatility of any market. There's no trading. Also, because there's no trading, it's open, and because it's e-commerce, it's open 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And because it's a bot, it works all of those days if you give it money to work for you. Why? Because it's not a human being. There's no sick days. There's no kids, problems because they're virtual learning and they can't come in for the day. It's a bot. And there's no feelings. It just does its job and makes the money and continues to do that over and over again. So the company is owned. The product is called MarketBot. The AI Marketing is the company that provides it. The parent company of that is called Wexford Alliance Limited. Okay, I searched them on Google. I found a number of different incorporation websites that all list the exact same information for this company. It is a company based out of Hong Kong. I also Google Earthed it and found the building that they're in. They've been around, as you can see, from May 2nd, 2017. So this May, they'll be around for 4 years. MarketBot itself is a 2020 product. It started at the beginning of 2020. And I know people that are in it as early as March. I have been, before I even invested anything into this program, I want to tell you a little bit about my vetting process for this. I have gone into my sponsor's back office. I have seen my sponsor's back office and my sponsor's back office. So I have seen all the way back. I asked them where to push. You'll see when I go through it. I had them push on each of the things. I had them go all the way back to this date that they started to make sure that the amount that they told me they put in at the beginning and when they started all matched up. I had them go to withdrawals to show me all the withdrawals that they withdrew. I had them match it up with their wallets to show that it was received in their wallets. And when I first started, doing this, I had only received one, withdrawal. I have now withdrawn from the back end of it a couple more times, $2,300 approximately to be exact, in back end money, bonus money, and it's received, within pretty much 12 hours. So that's the information on the company itself. Obviously, feel free to do your, information. Again, I will go the day before I did either I think the second Zoom I did on this. I called my sponsor, and who's based out of New York, and I asked him to please screen record and his back office and show me around and show me his numbers and all of that so that I can play it for this. Super nice guy, really very helpful, very, very thick accent. So when we do that part of it, I'm going to lower him and I'm going to walk you through what we're looking at. But first, I'm going to now walk you through the sign up process, and then I will go into the back office and I will show some other things, show you my numbers, and see if I forgot anything, and then we can open it up for questions. So if I am your sponsor, or if you are here because you stumbled on the group, then I am your sponsor. You would use always my links. If I am not your sponsor, if someone invited you to this, please make sure that you follow these same instructions, but use their link. Okay, so if I'm your sponsor, you go to the market, you go to my page, you go to the top 2 investments, select MarketBot, it'll take you here. So very, very important, not before you click the link, but know this before you click the link. When you click this link and after you click sign up, you want to make sure that you select, let's make this really big. We want to make sure you select this blue with white dots. It looks kind of like a brain, maybe a fingerprint. I'm not exactly sure, but that's the one that you want to select. It's very, very important for both your two-factor. It's important for the second website, the back-end website that gives you access to your two-factor authentication, your referral, and bonus money. Now, there is a 5% referral on the front end, but there's also back-end referral money too if you build, a team and bring in some people. So what you would do is you would click the link. That'll bring you to this page. As you can see, now, when you go to this page, if you want more information, here's, I think, half of the video you just saw. If you scroll down, there's more information on the company, what they do, all of that stuff. Down here at the bottom, I believe, yep, there's videos on different tutorials. Okay, so you have a bunch of information. If you're not ready to sign up right away, you can get that information. And then up here in the right-hand corner, it says sign in/sign up. Now that is also where you will go when you sign in as well. And you go to the literally exact same place and you click on that blue one like we discussed. Now, when you get there, it's going to look like this, okay, because you've never signed in before. And then down here at the bottom, it says, I don't have an account, register now. So you would click that. This is my funky invite code, I guess. So you're going to put your first name in. I'm not sure why it says your first name here. It's your surname. So it's your first name, your last name, your email, okay, your password, okay, your password again, and click I'm not a robot and register. And that is it. You're done. It's that simple. Just very important that you select that blue with the white dots. Okay, that's the only real big thing. Other than that, it's very simple. First name, last name, email, password, I'm not a robot. Register. Very easy. Okay, but once again, very important that we select this option right here. This blue, it's the far left option in most cases. Someone told me it was the second option, but in on their phone or something, but it's almost always the first one. It's the blue one with the, I don't know, it looks like a brain to me. I'm not really sure. Okay. So that's it for signing up. Now, when you sign up, then this is how you sign in. So I'm going to sign myself in here. I have all of my information saved. I two-factor everything that has the ability to two-factor to protect my money. So I will put that in now. And we're in. Okay. So let's see how we're doing here. All right. So first things first, something very, very important. Other than checking to make sure my bot is working, which you never really have to do once it starts working, it should say at work. Other than that, and to see when money moves from here to here, and what I mean by that is when you deposit money or when you reinvest money, it goes to this add balance first. And then after about 48 hours, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more, it'll move over the add budget. That's really all I use this page for, and I'll tell you why. This number is very deceiving. For those of you that have been on my calls before, I've already explained why. They're showing the percentage that I've gotten cash back out of this advertising budget. However, it hasn't used anywhere near this amount of money, so I feel like that percentage is a little bit off. Although technically, yes, I've gotten 79% of my money back so far of what I put in the advertising budget. Now, some of this was money I invested, and some of this was money that I reinvested. As you can see today, I have $368 available cash back, which means I can withdraw that. I can reinvest that. And I will actually do both for you. I'm going to withdraw some of it and reinvest some of it and show you how I do both. And as you can see, I have over $2,500 pending. Okay. Real quick before I go into my back office, I just want the rest of my back office. I want to show you something that really has nothing to do with the passive side, but for shoppers or people related to shoppers. This is a little extra way to make some extra money. If you click here on online cashback, you can see they have many, many categories, and there's over 20,000 sites and a lot of companies that you would recognize for sure. Bunch that you wouldn't, but a bunch that you would. A bunch that you wouldn't, only because this is all over the world. So they're brands that we're not really aware of and stores we're not really aware of. And if you buy anything through these stores, you also earn cash back on your own purchases. In addition, they have an offline cash back where if you shop at some of their merchants, McDonald's, KFC, Subway, etc., you just click. It's very simple. I've never done it, but you click that, click upload receipt, you put in the information, you upload it, and you earn your cash back. Again, I've never done either of these. I'm very much, as most of you know, into the passive side of these investments, but it's a nice little bonus for people who are shopping to make a little extra money. While I'm here, I might as well go make my way down. When you sign up for the site and you want to share it with others, this is how you will do it. You go to the My Marketing part of the site right here. It'll take you here. Now, you probably will not see either one of these when you get there because I've already made those. But over here on the right-hand side, you'll see where it says Create Landing. You want to click that. And for most people, you want to click Standard. And you want to make sure that you select, because it's never defaulted, this 5% affiliate program. That's what's going to give you your 5% of whatever that person spends that you're sending this to, whatever they not spend, whatever they invest, in this opportunity. So the other two that I recommend selecting are always defaulted. You want these three. The 5%, again, pays you your 5%. It does not come out of their money. It's a bonus that the company pays you. Okay. The gift certificate, you want to make sure that that's selected. Let me explain what that is because I haven't done that yet. When you sign up through the link, or when your people sign up through the link, they get a gift certificate worth $50 that goes into their advertising budget, or goes into the balance, and then it will move over to the budget. You will have to pay that back when you start getting cash back, but because you're making money on it, you'll earn $70 to $90 on that $50. So even if you have to pay $50 back, you'll still end up $20 to $40 more in your pocket by using it. So you want to make sure you do that so that your person gets a gift certificate. And the video gallery, which is what I showed you when we first went to the site before signing up and scrolled all the way to the bottom with the tutorial videos. Okay. If you're interested in making your own video, you can do that, and you can click that and put it here. I don't feel that's really necessary. I have my own stuff on other pages. And then you just want to click save, and then you will see it here, and just copy the link and that's it. There's a link. So that's how you do that. Next, let's move down here. One of the things I really like about the company is the transparency. They don't just show you every day, okay, you made $200.74, and it's like, well, how did I make that? Well, here's all the information. So as you can see, it shows you, they call it the aggregator, which is the merchant. Here's ebooks, very popular online thing. AliExpress, which is Alibaba Express. AliExpress is the name of the company. As you can see, it shows the sale amount. That's what the person paid. The cashback rate. This is what I earned on this one, a whopping 15 cents. Don't get too excited out there. You'll see this stuff adds up. And then it also shows how long approximately till you get paid. A bunch of them are 3 to 30 days. Some of them are 30 to 60 days. It depends on the merchant. It's the one thing about this program in terms of availability of cash is you will see sales once your money moves over in 48 to 72 hours. You will see sales within a day, and then every day after that. But that first 30 to 40 days is going to be a little bit slow in terms of money available because we have to wait for the merchants to pay. But then once you get past that 30, 40 days, you'll start to see every day, if you continue with the program, money is going to come into your pending because there'll be new sales, and you'll start to see money moving over from the pending to the available, like you saw on mine, where today I have over $300 in cash back, and I'm making, I think, somewhere around a couple $100 a day. We'll check that number in a second. So, and you can literally go page by page. As you can see, I have 135 pages of sales since I've been in this, and you can go page by page by page by page and look at every single sale that I've made. I mean, I've sold, not me personally, but look, Philips Electronics. Here's another Philips. I've seen a bunch of Lenovo computers. I mean, like, it's a wide range of stuff, big products, small products, a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so that's your sales. Your cash back area on the left-hand side. This is where you see your people. and how much they are putting into the system. Okay, this is by date, so it includes everybody. It's not broken down. Okay, these two right here are by person. This one is by person and it shows the total. This one is by actual each sale, so it'll show the sale with all the people's information. I will not click on either of those during the call, just for the privacy of my team. But that's where you would find both of those information. So these are all the people that have cashed in gift certificates and how much money they have put in other than the gift certificate, and how much money I've made from it, which is 5% of whatever's been put in. And as you can see, this is the amount that I've made on the front end, $1,684.95 in 5% referral fees. Okay, stats. So this is the page that you really want to look at for the information on how your bot is doing. Wow, killing it. Okay, so this is why this number, I haven't looked at it since yesterday or the day before maybe. So this is why this number I feel like is deceiving, because again, this percentage shows the percentage of your cash back to your advertising budget. But as you can see, they've only spent $1,423 and it's made $2,820. So it's pretty much doubling what it's spending, just under. If I had 2846, 47 would be doubling. I mean, that's mind-blowingly impressive. So it's clearly doing really, really well. I have a lot of budget left. Now, part of the reason is I think, I can't remember how much it was, maybe $700. $700 of this just moved over, I think today or yesterday, because it was sitting in the ads balance from Cashback that I've been doing. So when I started with $100. I made money. I withdrew the $100 to test the system. That's when I presented this to everybody, or not, presented it to everybody the first time. Since then, I've put in $2,000 of my own money, and the rest has been cash back that I've been flipping over. I have not done another withdrawal since that $100, other than the back end withdrawals that I will show you when we go to the INV network. I have not withdrawn on this end because I've been reinvesting it into the bot. And that's how I ended up with $3,500 in my advertising budget, even though I've only put in $2,000. So again, some of that just moved over recently, but again, this is, amazing. And it shows you day to day what I'm making. So right now, when I had about $2600 or $700 in there, it's doing $100 to $150 a day. You can see when I put in more money, this is a particularly good day, but you can see down here, I had less money in. I was doing under $100. I put another 1,000 in. That bumped it up. And then as I've started to put in more money, you can see now I'm over 100 every single day now that I've had over a couple $1,000s in there. I have people in there in this that have $5,000, $10,000, and over $10,000 in this thing. And they're doing $300-400 and so dollars a day. As you can see, I would imagine that when this money kicks in, I'm probably going to be doing in the $175 to $200 range is what I think, but we'll see based on what I've seen from other people's accounts. So, and that's really it. So there's nothing to do. You put in the money, it goes here to the ads balance. When it's after 48 hours, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more, it goes in your ads budget. And then the bot does the rest. The only thing you have to do is when you have money here, you have to decide what to, just this top one, 368. You have to decide what to do with it. So that's the only real thing that you have to do. If you are reinvesting, I recommend moving it over as soon as possible. I think you can do it anytime it's more than $10 in even dollar increments. You can't move cents. So if you're reinvesting, once you see $11, move it over, because you might as well get it in there as soon as possible to start working for you. If you're withdrawing, okay, there are no fees with this company. There's only one small withdrawal fee. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say no fees. I mean, like none of this money that you're seeing here, nothing comes out of this. Okay, this is my 55%. Okay, so the fees are already taken out of it. And then the only fee is a $3 flat fee on withdrawals. So if you're withdrawing, I highly recommend that you build up your money a little bit, and then withdraw, because you don't want to withdraw $10 and lose $3, or $20 and which, lose $3. You might as well build it up a little bit before you withdraw, but you can withdraw whenever you want. The only condition on that is, because you accept the gift certificate, if you accept the gift certificate, you first have to pay back the gift certificate. Okay, for those of you that don't know how to do that, it won't show on my screen because I don't have it, but you go to top up. Oh no, you go to transfer, excuse me. And if I had a gift certificate and I earned already at least $50, it would say here, give it back, or something like that, in big green box, I believe. And you just click give it back, and it would give back the gift certificate. All right, well, let's try and do this. I'm going to show you guys, we'll see if it works, how to make a deposit. So this is my good friend of my parents' account. As you can see, the $50 gift certificate, because I haven't had a chance to fund it yet, already moved over, and they've already made $15 on that free gift certificate already. That's really cool. All right, so you can go to do this in one of two places. You can either scroll down to top up, or you can actually go right here where it says increase budget. So I'm going to click right there. Okay. It's doing $1,000. Doing it in Bitcoin. Okay, so you just select the amount. As you can see, there are different options. The credit cards sometimes work, sometimes they don't. It's an international company. A lot of times it gets flagged for security reasons. Same thing with Apple Pay, Google Pay, and all those other things. So you can try them, but what I found the most reliable is the cryptocurrency. It works every time, or at least I'm aware of. I use Bitcoin. I know people who have done Ethereum. I know people who have done USDT as well. So we're going to do Bitcoin, $1,000, and then you click pay. And then for those of you that are in any of these, investment platforms, it'll look very, very similar to you. Okay, keep my stuff in my Exodus wallet now. I keep all my coins. So I go to Exodus. Okay, it's telling me to put in. Now I can put in. It doesn't really matter if the exact amount comes, if 1,000 comes or not. I mean, unless you want exactly 1,000 in there, you're not buying a package. You can put in any amount. Technically, starting at $10, but you'd have a hard time withdrawing if you only put in $10, because you wouldn't make enough to be able to give back the gift certificate and withdraw. But so if you want to withdraw soon, I recommend starting with 100. If not, you're gonna have to kind of roll over the money for a while, but you could try that also. So I'm gonna put in the amount 0.01947,268. Okay, I did that wrong. 0.01947,268. Okay. And then in this case, I'm going to pick the scanning option, and I'm just going to scan that barcode. You can copy the wallet address. It will do the same thing, and then paste it in. But since I'm doing it on my phone, it's easier just to scan it. I always screenshot on my phone the transaction before I send it. And I always, sorry about that, take a picture of the one on the screen also, just to make sure that if there's any problems, that I have the proof of the wallet address, and I have the wallet address that I sent to show I sent to the right place. Never had any problems, especially with them, but I do that when I send money anywhere because of cryptocurrency. One of the wonderful things about the privacy is also one of the scary things about if the money gets lost somewhere. So I always do that. And then the other thing that I always do is I check the first two and last two digits. I can't check the whole thing because my eyes go crazy, to make sure that it all copied. 3JY4, 3JY4, excellent. And then I click send. I always screenshot that last page as well on the Exodus. And there we go. And that is on the way. And that's it. My job is done. Now, all that Joe is waiting for is for that to appear here. I'm going to check that actually, maybe at the end of this call. And then after that, it will move over here and he will see $1,050 in his advertising budget. And that is how you fund your account. So let's hop back over to my account here. So we go to transfer, like I just did, except do it on the account that actually has the money in there. Still have this copy and pasted. Go transfer. And that's it. And I will message you guys as soon as I see it. It'll probably be before I even wake up. When I do it in the one time I did in the evening, and most of the times when I've, or not in the evening, in the nighttime, and when my guys tell me they do it in the nighttime, it shows up usually like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So it's a very quick and easy process. As you can see up here, it's already reflected the difference there. And now I have that because I have my 250 that I took out to withdraw. And now I'm going to take that 118. I'm going to show you how to put that in back in the budget. So you go to the same place that you go when you are funding, except instead of selecting Bitcoin, you see there's an option that says use cash back. So you just click use cash back, and you can do all whole dollars. So I can't do the 82 cents, but I'm going to do the whole $118 because there's no reason to leave it in there. If I wanted to withdraw it, I would have withdrawn it. Now this is what I'm putting back in. And again, this is the first time that I've withdrawn since the test when I took my original money out, my original investment out, other than the back end money that I've been taking out. So we're going to top that up. There we go. Replenishment completed successfully. So if we go up there, you'll see my my $118 moved up there. And I don't know where that other money, I must have had other money that went in there. That's weird. I don't even know where that came from. And as you can see, it's in the add balance now. And then I still have this pending. So now over the next, days, every day, money is going to show up here. And then I can put it back in or I can withdraw. Okay. I think that is the whole front end. So I'm going to show you this video of my sponsors. He has 2 different accounts. At first, he thought it was smart to do that. He said there's absolutely no benefit to doing that. The more money you have in there, the more you're making per day. So it's just better to have it in there. And yeah, and I'll just kind of talk you through what you're seeing, although most of it should look familiar at this point because it's the same as, my back office. So you can see that he's showing the amount of money that he put in right now. Okay, so he's going to his history. Okay, he started with a couple $100. Then he put in, you can see when he tries in credit cards, it doesn't work a lot of times. But then here, this one worked. So then he put in another $2,000. Okay, that's what he's showing us. And then he put in a little bit extra Bitcoin here and there. And then that's it on this account. So he has about 2,000, then he put in this cash back. So he has about $2,700 or so invested in this account. So as you can see, he has about $3,000 in the budget. He has about $2,700-ish dollars, maybe $2,800 of his money, and some that he reinvested. It's spent almost all of it in this account. So he's obviously replenished this since, but it's spent, as you can see, almost all of it. And he's already made $51.90 on a $3,000 investment. And actually, it's not a $3,000 investment because some of this was actually earnings. So on a $2,800 investment, $51.90. Again, this is now back a couple months. Where are we at here? Yeah, this is back a little more than a month ago. You can see it's the end of January. What he's showing here actually is so what this amount is he had an issue with some sales that got canceled and returned. And then he's showing how this went into his cash back when the MarketBot Protect Fund took care of it. And he's showing here how it shows in a different way because it's it's from a sale that, from sales that happened to. So it says, what are Protect accounts? So there you go. That just shows you it works. It's never happened to me yet. It's never happened to anyone that I know below me yet, but obviously it's happened to him. He's been in since July. So what else is he going to show us? Okay, so he's showing now his withdrawals. Okay, so you can see that he not only is reinvesting, but he's made a number of withdrawals. Okay, so this is the $50 gift certificate they give back. This is his first withdrawal. That's $100, $321, $529, $207, $265, $800, $1,200, over $1,000, over $300. So he's withdrawn a lot of money already, and still has all that money in there working for him, and still has all that money pending coming to him. So you can see he's saying, look at all this money I've taken. Okay, and you can see from back in this account, I guess he started in September. Okay, now he's logging out and he's going to go back into his other account, which I believe is his first account. I think he has 3 of them, but he only hooked it, or maybe 4 of them. See, just like me, 2-factor everything, protect yourself. That way, literally, you guys could see my passwords and you can never get into my account. Come on. Okay. All right, so you can see here, this one has an advertising budget of almost $8,000. It's only used $4,500. Okay. And it's earned $8,100 cash back already. Okay, so he's already not quite doubled, but nice amount, you know, on what he spent. There's still over $3,000 left to spend. He still has all of his advertising budget back, plus $400 in profit, and they still have another $3,200 to spend in advertising budget, which will make him another $5,000–6,000 most likely. Oh, he's in top up. Oh, this is all the money he's put in. So this one, he started with very little, and he's been just adding cash back, as you can see. He's been reinvesting. This one, he actually started with very little. This is his referral count. You can see he has $5,300 still pending, and $1,289 that he already moved over to reinvest. There it is. That will go into the ad budget. So actually, he's going to have even more in here. He's going to have $9,000 in here very soon. If I just did that math right in my head. Yep. Okay. All right. So this is the other back end. So when you sign up for the AI marketing account, you will automatically have this other access to this other back office with the exact same login, and you don't have to sign up for anything as you did when you signed up for AI.marketing. So you go to INB, as in Igloo Nancy Berman .network, if I spell it correctly. Okay, click on your name if you or sign in if you don't have your thing. Click the information. Oops, just kidding. I didn't wait long enough. And the same 2-factor will work for this as well. And the 2-factor is actually set up on this site, and I'll show you that right now. Okay, so when you go to settings, I'm not going to do it because it's already set and I don't want to mess up my thing, but this will not be selected. You want to click it, and then it'll be like any other Google Authenticator 2-factor situation. Okay, so this is the back end for INB, which is part of the AI marketing Wexford Alliance family. It's who handles the referral and bonus side of the of this opportunity. On the front end, whether you ever look in this back office, on the front end, you will get 5% from every one of your direct referrals, the amount of money they put in. It doesn't come from their money all goes in, but they will give you a 5% referral fee that goes into your cashback, and you can withdraw it, you can reinvest it, you can do whatever you want with it. But on the back end, there's also bonuses for reaching certain milestones, and you also earn other kinds of coins that actually translate to US dollars and make you surprisingly a lot of extra money if you share this opportunity. So this next part is about sharing the opportunity. If you're someone who doesn't refer, you can go grab something to drink and wait for the Q&A part. This is strictly about the referral side. Everything I've said to date does not require, not to date, before this, to this point, does not require you bringing in a single person. It is completely passive. It is just investing. This part of it is how you earn extra on the back end. The only part of that first part is the 5% that's part of the referral, but everything else in terms of the cash back that you earn every month, the 35+%, is all completely passive. Okay. So every once in a while, I just like to check in on this thing called assets. Okay. I unfortunately withdrew 2 days ago. This PRTN, I didn't even know what it was when I first joined this thing. And then all of a sudden I had like 1,100 in there, and then found out that it's the equivalent of, it converts 1-to-1 US dollars. So you can actually just withdraw that. So I've withdrawn twice, an $1,100 payment and a $1,200 some odd dollar payment when I had PRTN. When I hit other milestones, I'll earn NBOs and be able to withdraw those in a little bit more difficult process, but withdraw those as well. And literally all you do is you click on it, you go Bitcoin, you put in your wallet, you click transfer, and it goes. It is a 1-to-1 US dollar. So you will receive this exact amount in US dollars minus your $3 fee. I'm not going to do it now because I only have $36 in there, but I'll wait for that to build up a little bit. And this is where you see how you are doing. So there are two. First, let me show you here. So this is a very good place for you to read up on how the back end stuff works. Okay, this is strictly for the referral and bonus side. So you can go to how to earn right here and read through this. Okay, and then here's the levels, right? You know, in most of these programs, there's levels that you can climb based upon how much money your team brings in, and you earn higher percentages, not on the front end, but on the back end that get you to your bonuses quicker, depending on what level you're on. As you can see, everyone starts at partner. I moved to agent, I moved to leading agent, VIP agent, and now I'm up at manager. Okay, so now I'm receiving 9% of my first line people on the back end. At front end is always 5%, but on the back end, I'm receiving 9% toward my goal, and I'll show you that in a sec, toward each goal. And this is where you get your bonuses. And I've already received, you know, these couple bonuses, and now I'm going for this bonus. Oh, excuse me, I've already received this bonus, and now I'm going for the next bonus. So let's go into the partners. So these two are your two goals that are, until you get to the top, are constantly, you know, refreshing. As you can see, I'm on manager, and I'm about halfway to whatever that next category is. This level is how much money my people are bringing in, my direct referrals. This number is how much my direct referrals people are bringing in. So it's both important if you're building a team and want to maximize these bonuses to both take advantage and bring people in and hopefully have your people share with others. That's how you make extra money. You don't make anything on the back end, but when they bring in people, you hit these bonuses, and every time you hit another bonus, like when I hit this bonus in a couple $1,000s, I'm going to get another $500 bonus. And those aren't even my direct referrals. Those are my people's people. And that's that. I actually have a $100 bonus I can get right now. We'll do that another time. That's really it. There's really nothing more to this this back end. That is the that's really all there is here. So and then again, you know, check this, you know, to see how you're doing. Again, it's very surprising. I was like, wow, $1,100, that's great. When I found out what it was, and I withdrew it, and a handful of days later, there was another $1,200 in there. I was like, this is amazing. So and it's all extra on top of what's going on the front end. And again, it doesn't come out of any of your people's money, because as you can see, when you know, sign up, you get that money. Let's see if Joe's money is here yet, and then I will open up for questions. Wait, I'm so impatient. There it is. So as you can see, his money's there, and now in 48 hours, it's going to move over to the advertising budget and start working for him. And that is that. So let's stop sharing. And at this point, like everyone says, what do I do now? There's nothing to do at this point. Once you've done you sent your money and you see it arrive, then you just sit tight. How long should it take to receive money I can reinvest or withdraw? It really depends on, because it's sale by sale, and each sale, if you want to go in, it's really difficult because there's so many sales every day, but you can see each sale. What I've noticed is the first 30 to 40 days is pretty slow with the money that becomes available. And then after that 35, 40 day mark, some starts to come in, and then a lot more starts to come in. And then at that point, now all of your first bunch of sales are starting to come in while you're making new ones that are going to start to come in right behind it. So it's really that first 30 to 40 days, I feel like, that it's going to be the slowest to be able to withdraw or reinvest. And then after that, it comes in pretty quickly, as long as you have money in there. No, there's no fee when reinvesting. The question was, sorry, is there a $3 fee charged when reinvesting or just withdrawing? Just withdrawing. Flat $3 fee when withdrawing. When you're reinvesting, all of it goes in. Okay, so is there a limit to what you can have invested? No. From what I've seen, it takes about a month or so to use the budget. I did hear that the more you put in, it could take a little bit longer, but you're still making that 35+% a month on the money you have in there. So is what it seems to be. So no, there really isn't. There really isn't. That's all a personal decision. Okay, it's not clear on how to withdraw and then reinvest. Well, if you're trying to reinvest, you don't need to withdraw. If you're trying to reinvest, then you just want to reinvest. Unfortunately, I don't have any money in there anymore, but I will go to where you would do it. So you go to the same, you can either go here, increase budget, or you can go, what a weird menu here, top up, goes to the same place, top up. And then you click here, and when I had money in there, I'm in Joe's account now, and I don't have any money in there now. There's an option that appears right above the credit card that says use cashback. And then you just type in the amount, click pay, and send it. And there's no fee. So if the goal is to reinvest, if the money you want to use to reinvest, you do not need to withdraw. There's no point in paying the $3 fee. You should only withdraw if you want to send it to your Coinbase or whatever your wallet is. I don't even use Coinbase anymore, but I did for so long. So this is a program that's best if you're seeking to maintain a level of monthly income. Well, it's not necessarily, so the question was, sorry, I read sometimes in my head and then, or barely out loud. So this is a program that's best if you're seeking to maintain a level of monthly income. Not necessarily, but I think to some degree, most investments, people aren't necessarily looking for a certain monthly income necessarily. Some are, but monthly return. If you have your money in the bank, it's giving you nothing monthly. If you have your money in this, it's giving you profit monthly. So for some people, I think they use it as a monthly income, but I think for a lot of people, they really just use it as a way to grow their money, so that the little bit of money they have becomes more than a little bit, or the lot of money that they have becomes a lot more. I think people do a combination of both, in terms of, continuing to reinvest it. It depends on what your goals are. It depends on what you're trying to achieve on a monthly basis. And again, even if you're not trying to have a monthly income necessarily, I think most people are trying to get to a certain something. I'd like to make this much on my money every month, this percentage, this amount, or I'd like to have this much extra money coming in, feeding my, retirement fund, or feeding my, kids fund, or feeding my, whatever, important, thing you want to put extra money in. So it depends on what your goals are, and depends on what you're trying to achieve. I do recommend And depending on the particular individual investor, your financial situation, your investment portfolio, your comfortability with this platform, I recommend a combination of reinvesting and withdrawing. Combination could mean, like I did at the beginning, I only withdrew that 100 just to test it, because as soon as I got my 100, I put $1,000 in. And then I put another $1,000 in. And then I haven't withdrawn until you just saw me withdraw right now, except for that back end money. So I've been reinvesting. For this one, mostly because I was on with you guys, but I wanted to take a little bit out, because why not just take another withdrawal out? And I also wanted to see if it also comes in the same quick time frame that I hear it always comes in. But again, how you do that is really a personal, decision. If you want to hit me up on Messenger, I can tell you what I've done, what some of my friends, colleagues, investors have done, and what has worked for them. But it's really an individual decision based upon your financial situation, your investment portfolio, your comfortability with this platform, and what you're trying to achieve. For me, and to go back to your question, Alan, for me, I'm not looking for necessarily a monthly income, because it's like I need this amount of money to pay my bills and blah, 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 or do any of that. But I look in each of these platforms to put in a certain amount and then be getting a certain amount out every month in extra earnings on my money. So a lot of times I do math on how I get to that number. Like I want to have, a few $100s a day, which if you times that by 30, okay, is a lot of money, right? So if I did about $300 a day in sales and I times it by 30, it's about I don't know why I couldn't do it in my head. It's about $9,000 a month. That's where I'm trying to get to. And when I get there, I'm going to figure out the percentages on what I have to put in to keep the budget going, to keep earning that amount of money, and also to be siphoning off my investment, and then some earnings. At this point though, for me, because of my back end, I'm already in profit. I'm not in profit technically on the front end, because I've only withdrawn $350 of my $2,000, but I've withdrawn over $2,000 on the back end. So I'm in profit mode already. So for me, and if you're someone who's going to be bringing people in and getting some of that back end money, there's a way for you to invest more on the front end, while still getting your investment out. This is a good one. The initial investment eventually empties, or is perpetual once placed? No, it's not perpetual, because it's it's how much is used. That's why what's used in your budget is a very important number to watch. And that's the only time you really, if you want to continue the program, or you want to just up your day pay, so if you go to the stats page, so as you can see, this is what's spent. Now, I'm going to keep feeding it, because I'm feeding the cash back. But if and I might put another $1,000 in. But if I stop putting money in either way, eventually this will equal this, and then my bot will turn off. So once the money is spent, then you've gotten your cash back. This number should be when this is spent. If you let it stop, right? Most people don't once they're in the program, because it works and they keep feeding it, some and some taking out, or keep feeding all of it, depending on the person. But if you don't, once this budget is all spent, if I just stopped here and had this much in the budget, I would probably have somewhere around $5,000 to $6,000 in the cash back, was what I would have earned. And then I'll have whatever is left that I haven't already withdrawn or put back in. So this budget never changes. It's just how much of it you've used. So anytime you add, it's going to add to this budget. And then anytime they spend, it's going to add to this amount. So you really just want to watch these two numbers to see what's going on with your account. and when you feel like you need to feed it again. Okay. And as you can see, just to show you, okay, we talk about how it starts to come in quickly when you, it starts to come in quickly once you're kind of in it a little bit. As you guys saw at the beginning of this call, probably about an hour ago, right? Probably about an hour ago, because it wasn't even in the beginning of the call, I moved over this amount of money, and I had only 82 cents in my cashback, and now I have another $50 that's already been put in there, just an hour. So as you can see, some of my sales are cashing in. So like obviously all of these are pending because these are from today, but if you go back like a handful of days, there'll be some random one. Oh, there we go. Okay. So as you can see, there's approved ones because they are now longer than the amount of days. It means I've gotten my cash back. Some really old, this is an old sale, but it's a really big one in terms of the amount of days. So I have to wait 76 days for it. It's guaranteed, but I just haven't gotten it yet. And you can see like most of these are already paid, except a couple longer ones, 57, 76. Again, most of them are paid, except the 49, because now we're getting closer. We're obviously, this is within 49 days, but most of them are already paid, even this $41 one. I mean, $41, 41-day one. Okay, once it's approved, it means it's in there. Okay, so some of these are just coming in even in the last hour. So as you can see, my cashback is still in here. So since we just talked about it, and Tommy, you asked, let's just do it. So all you do is you go to here, you see right above the credit card, it says use cashback, put in the amount, click pay. That's it. We just topped up the account. Don't need to withdraw or anything. And as you can see, there it is, waiting to go into my advertising budget. Okay, so it'll go here in about 48 hours. So in about 48 hours, I'll have 37 and change. Well, thank you very much. I should stop doing that. It shakes the whole thing for you guys. You guys sick out there. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. As you can see by the way I talk about it and my enthusiasm, I love this program. It's amazing. And it is, it's great returns. It's very transparent in terms of all the sales information, all that stuff. It's very easy. It has a very good track record. Yeah, and I'm just really, really very excited about it. So I will be launching a couple other programs sometime in the next couple of weeks. I'm just doing some final testing or some final vetting of them, and then I'm going to test. And I will also be doing a call coming up very soon on Daisy. For those of you that are in Daisy, I hope you are still as excited as I am. For those of you that are not in Daisy, you better be excited. If you're not, you have not been paying attention, and you've only been hearing about how long it's taking until they start again. Because if you've been paying attention, you are more excited now than you've ever been, because Dr. Anna Becker has showed us her back office, like not her back office, but her Binance account, their Binance account, showed us our $31 million that are currently in trading, showed us the trades that we're in. She showed us tons of stuff on their strategy and all of that stuff. It's been mind-blowingly amazing. I've been so floored by Endotech. Okay, fine. I've been so floored by Endotech that I went into Endotech directly. And I've now invested with Endotech directly in the same strategies that they're using in Daisy, but instead of it being done in the way that they do it, I get to put whatever amount I want in each thing. Oh man, all right, I'll share real quick on my screen. Hold on.